Hey guys, how are you? I'm super excited to be here and be filming a makeup look. Okay, I started filming and then life happened and here I am for round two. So I have actually prepped my eyelids, but let me tell you what I've done with my skin before we start. So usually I go in with the Lila B priming oil. That sounds really intimidating for a lot of people. It does not make your foundation greasy. I'm not so sure once we get into these warmer months that I will use it. I love it now. I have a little bit of redness in my skin. I'm a little bit hot from my workout, and then I curled my hair and dried it and all that. So this is all pinned back so you can see everything. So I just have, what do I have on my skin? I have the Skin Medica HA5 on my skin, under or on top of the Ordinary Natural, whatever it is that I recommended in my skincare video. And then I went ahead and did my eyelids. I do my eyelids with a concealer. I don't use a primer. I don't know why, but it seems so surprising to everybody when I say that, but I don't use a primer on my lids. I've always used concealer. I feel like it makes your eyelids look more like skin. So, and also it's more bang for your buck. You don't need, I can't handle this. You don't need to spend money on a primer. It's just unnecessary. Unnecessary. It's totally unnecessary. There is no sense in it. You have to buy concealer anyway. So I just grabbed this pot of the Becca banana. That's what I just put on. And then I set it. I set it with a bone color shadow. You don't have to do that. You can use a loose, like translucent powder. That's totally fine. So that's what I've done. Okay, I'm going for like, I'm gonna wear black this evening. I'm going out with a friend. So I'm gonna pull this hair back. I can't handle it. So I am going to go, I think I'm gonna do maybe a shimmer on my lid. I'm not quite sure. I might use some cream, caviar sticks from Laura Mercier. I'm not quite sure. Okay. So anytime you do any kind of shadow, you want your crease to be a nice transition. So I will go in, this is a palette I got from some kind of thing. I don't know what it is. So just like a natural looking brown. I mix my colors a lot with like a nude or a bone color. So you want to tilt. You have trouble, like if you have hooded eyes, you have trouble finding your crease. A good tip is to tilt your head back and it will have your socket, like your socket's gonna set back and you're gonna find your crease that way. So I go a little bit heavier on the outside of my eye, corner of my eye, and I work my way in. And that's with any color when I'm working in a crease. So whether it's a darker color, to just add a pop of color, you want that outside crease to be heavier. And you can take that excess shadow and just drag that in. Okay, and then a lot of times after I do liner or whatever, brows, mascara, I will always go in and just touch up that crease. So, I'm just building up that crease a little bit. You're gonna hear 1,000 times over on here that you don't ever want to put a cream or a liquid on top of a powder. I am getting ready to do that. Only because these shadow sticks are designed for that. So I am gonna use the Laura Mercier caviar sticks because I love them. And I think I have Bare Minerals and a NARS one that I will use as well. Also, I'm gonna show you all the Giorgio Armani foundation, why I love it. I've shared a couple times about my love for it, and the last couple months I've really, the more I use it, the more I love it. So, and the concealer, it's everything. It's everything that it's cracked up to be. Like, I don't love a thick, heavy foundation. I don't love a thick, heavy concealer. I like coverage, but I can't handle the creasing and I can't handle the cakiness. So I'm very, very, very picky about what I use. With that being said, I think the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk has become like my holy grail. Holy grail. Okay. I'm trying to decide what to pop in first. So, I'm thinking. All right, I'm gonna use this NARS, what are you? Velvet Shadow Stick. Don't see a color. Okay. It's a shimmery brown. I'm gonna build that up. So this is what I always do. I'm gonna build, I don't know why my cheeks are so red right now. I guess I'm just hot. I don't feel hot, but they're red. They're never red. I'm gonna build that up in the crease. And the great thing about these is they blend out beautifully with a brush or your finger, it doesn't matter. So with makeup, you know, anytime you put something on and it doesn't look great, like right now, that color doesn't look that great. You blend it. And if it really is awful, you just take it off because it's makeup. Okay, so just gonna keep blending that straight into the crease. This one is, this is Bare Minerals, the Bare Pro Eyeshadow Stick. Brilliant Bronze. I'm gonna take this one across, I think. Maybe even, see how I'll kind of like, I just throw that on there. Who cares, right? Everything isn't gonna be perfect right away, and then we'll blend it out and make it perfect. Okay, I'm just taking that brush and blending it in. Then you can kind of see what I mean about those transition shades in the crease, how important those are. And I'll take a lot of still shots. Gosh, I can't talk today. Afterwards, and you can see just how pretty everything blends out. I love the Caviar shadow sticks. Specifically Laura Mercier's, they're probably my favorite. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this lighter bronze and just, you don't have to use all this craziness, and just pop that in the center. I just have them. So here we are with it. Okay, so for now, that's just kind of where I am. I'm gonna leave it. We're definitely gonna go in and add more. I want a darker look, a heavier look, and I'm gonna show you how I do my eyes, how I'll build up my shadow. For now, I'm gonna do my brows, and then we'll go on from there. Okay, so I'm back and I have done my brows, and then I went ahead and did a little bit of work on this right eye, and I wanna show you what I'm gonna do it on my left eye, that's what I'm saying. Okay, I'm working out of the Too Faced Naturals Matte palette. I also am working out of that same palette that I was. Hey, you need to go now. The matte palette is an excellent palette if you don't want to spend a ton of money. You're looking at like 45 bucks, maybe 50, but it's gonna last you forever. So it's great. I'm gonna go in with the shade Risky Biz, I almost said business, right here. And I'm taking just like I don't even know what this is, like a liner brush, brow brush. And I know I'm not supposed to pull in my eyes, but here we are. So I'm building that color up. Now this is what I love about a shadow for a liner. See how I'm working that in? You can work it in. If you get messy, you can brush that up into your crease and work it into your crease. But it is so pretty to layer. So I'll lay this down, and then I also, on my lash line, I have a, like a gel liner as well, or a pencil liner. What am I saying? A liquid eyeliner. Sorry, gosh, my brain is not functioning at full capacity today. Is it ever? Okay, so that's that. And then I'm gonna go in with that same Risky Business and just kind of boop, add a little bit of depth to that. It's got a little bit of purple undertone, which I like for my eye color because I'm hazel. So then I'm just gonna go and pop a deep brown. So one thing I don't want to do is, and the reason I'm not like huge on telling you like this is the exact color, like I have spent so much money over the years on influencers saying this is exactly what you have to have. It's not. Like, you can work with what you have. We all have a budget, and you don't have to spend a fortune, but you know, there are things that you are going to want to splurge on. However, there's also great products out there all the way around. High end and drugstore. Jace, be quiet. Sorry. Okay. You can keep building as much as you want to go. So I'm going to add that liquid liner on, and then I'm going to move straight into my foundation. So this is always what I do and my process. And then the eyes, they can always be touched up. Hey, you're going to burn your hand on that curling iron. Okay, so I'm a little bit thicker. It's fine, just even it up. So. Okay. And there we go. Okay, so I don't know if I've mentioned this earlier or not. I can't even remember. I'm telling you, I don't think I've eaten enough today. Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. This is the shade 4. I love it, love it, love it. I'm going to use a flat top kabuki brush. And blend this out. I always pump it onto the back of my hand. So yeah, just for reference, this is a 4. My concealer is a 2. It's beautiful. It even says on there, it's the perfect glow, flawless foundation, and it's true. Okay, it's not heavy. It's stunning. It's stunning. And my mom, who is, I'm not going to say how old, but my mom's beautiful. I've always thought my mom's beautiful, but my mom has beautiful skin. But even, you know, as a mature lady, looks flawless on her. And she is like hardcore. She's used Lancome since before I can remember. So now one thing I will say, I do notice I have to put a little bit more on my cheeks, but that's kind of with anything, any foundation. However, let me fix my brows. Knock those down. So I take it into my neck. So you really want to take your foundation, and it's something that I haven't always done, and it's something that I choose to do now. After looking at pictures of some clients that I've done, it's like, dang it, why did I not take that down to their neckline? I will always take it down, especially for brides, to exactly where their neckline goes, wherever that is. If it goes to their belly button, I mean, your foundation's gonna go down that far, because your chest and your face are never going to be the same color, which is also why I match my foundation not to my face color, but I match it to my chest. So I'm going to drag that down. Okay, my next step in my makeup routine is always my concealer. Now, call me crazy, but the NYX Wonder Stick, this is like my 5th one. I love it, love it, love it, love it for contouring. And then I blend it out with Chanel. So you can tell that I'm all over the place with my product, but this is like the drugstore thing that I actually love to use and will. So I've kind of changed. If you've taken my classes or had a private from me, I have changed a little bit how I contour, not too much. So I do like to take it down a little bit, like almost blend it into my brow, you'll see. And then here, which I always have done this, I start at the top of my ear and I go like I'm aiming to go down this towards my lip, but we want to keep that cheek carved out. The whole purpose of a contour is to sink in where we want to sink in. So we don't, if you go too low, you're going to muddy up your face, and we don't want that. We want clean, crisp contour. So even if somebody's nose is perfect and doesn't need contoured, I always contour just for the purpose of color. I always throw contour under my eye, and you're gonna see what I do with my shadow here soon. So I throw that down, and then I'm gonna take another like flat top kabuki. You can use the same as your foundation. I don't, because I just have 800 of them over there. And then I go in with the Chanel, the Soleil Tan de Chanel. Now they have reformulated this. I haven't had it. I've hit pan. This is my 3rd one in 5 years, 6 years, 6 years. My little boy's getting ready to turn 6 this next week. And I remember I had just opened it up when I was at the hospital with him. I had just given birth. So, and I use this on every client. So it's worth it. It's 50 bucks. I mean, sounds like a lot for a bronzer, but heck, you pay $35, $40 for any other one. So, okay, so I'm working in a circular motion up towards that hairline and blending that in. Now, I love creams and I love liquid products, but you still have to go in and set this with a powder. So, I mean, right now I have really good cheeks, and I say that because I have really good filler in my cheeks. So, but I still love to really contour that. And you know, I don't have a big forehead per se, but still want that contour and that definition. So I take that down even into that brow. Okay, and then with I've always done this, I warm up my finger and I take that up, drag it up into the brow, and then kind of down, and then that eye contour, just kind of blend that out. I just like that for that natural color. I always have done that, just use that stick right under, but that and the Chanel just smells lovely, and it's beautiful. I mean, there are some skin tones that it can turn a little bit orangey on. I haven't really read reviews on the new formulation. I don't think it's that drastic of a difference, so that's good because I love what it is now. So, gosh. You can get it at Sephora, Nordstrom, Macy's. A concealer, I'm gonna go, I've also changed a little bit how I do this, not anything drastic, but once again, it's just a little bit different. You know what, I'll go in with the same foundation brush that I used. So there's a little bit of like sparse areas in my brows. It does need to be set. I'm using e.l.f. And I'll tell you why I'm using it here in a second. So I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills for years. That's the only thing I would keep in my kit, which is expensive when you have to buy like 10 shades. However, it's a good product. But I saw somebody post about the e.l.f. being the same formulation. It's not too far off, and it's $2. So those are just, were in my kit, and that's kind of what I use right now. So I'm kind of just dragging this down. But I work my concealer the exact same way that I did before. So here we go. And then I'm just gonna take tiny bit down the bridge of the nose, and then just a little here, carve out those brows just a little bit. We don't want anything super unnatural. And don't forget, like, you can always use your fingers to blend. I mean, all this concealer, you don't want to use your fingers. You need a brush, but I'm gonna take that up, and we're working up. You want to take that up towards the temple. So, and we'll blend all that in with a powder, but I'm going to take this extra product into that inner corner. Okay, I cannot handle seeing that inner corner not concealed when everything else is concealed. Oh my Lord, conceal it. Okay. Look how flawless. I'm telling you, that's the concealer. I've really worked on my skin during quarantine, and I mean the last year. I've really let my skin breathe. I've really invested in some good products, and just my time. I've made sure every day that I'm doing something for my skin. A lot of that is hydration. I drink a ton of water. I work out. I take care of myself. But my gosh, this concealer is lovely. So, I mean, that's a really good concealer. And that's not a ton of product that I have on. Okay, I have to set it underneath because we don't want any liner crease or shadow fallout and getting creasy or mascara. So I'm going in with the Ben Nye Fair. I used to use this back in the day, and then I kind of got away from it, and then I saw that Kylie Jenner's makeup artist used it, so I was like, I'll give it a whirl again. I like it. I don't like love it, but I like it. I'm tapping right under the under eye, and then I'm just gonna do a tiny bit here and there. Okay, that's it. I don't like a ton of, I like a dewy look. I mean, I really like a dewy finish. I'm gonna go in with a little more browns. Build that up. Okay. I am now going to go in with the Bobbi Brown, what's this? Aruba, that's the color. I was like, that's not the right color. Aruba, it's Illuminating Bronzer. So there's some shimmer in this for sure. It's not matte at all, so it's not necessarily something you contour with. However, I set my contour with it, and it just finishes off with a nice little bronzy glow. My little boy has been humming forever.
Got you.
You got me. Okay, why didn't you go?
No way. I am not. And so we're gonna do this. Right, Mom?
Okay, you gotta go, baby.
What are you talking at?
I'm talking into the camera. You say hi?
Hi.
Okay, so my bottom lash line, I'm gonna go in with a dark brown and a pencil liner.
Why the camera how the camera's looking to you?
I flipped it. Go on. Go on, Jace. He listens well. Go on, babe.
Let's do this, camera. I'm serious.
Jace, you want to go to Nana's? Go, right now. I mean it.
Well, I wanted to build. Want that one?
Stop. He saw that death look. Mama ain't playing because Mama can't edit. Okay. There you go. I'm blending that out with just like a couple shades lighter. Okay, and then I am gonna go in. I feel like my shadow is fine in natural light. I don't want it any darker. Here, it's a little bit darker, but I don't want it any darker. I mean, it's a little light in the, with this. Let me change, see what the, ooh. I'm trying to change it. I don't want it much darker because I don't. All right, going in with my mascara, gonna build these guys up. And then we'll do some blush, some highlighter, some gloss, shake out that hair. Be ready to hit the town. So, as crazy as this is, I kind of like my mascara like a little bit chunky. No, that's weird, but I do. So whatever. Whatever. All right, I'm going in with Anastasia Beverly Hills. That's the bronzer, hold on. Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio. I just mix them all together because it's pretty. I've had this one forever. I mean, I now like really work that into the apples of my cheeks. Blend that out. And then I will go in with the Becca Rose Quartz. And I am gonna use a big fluffy brush to highlight the tops of my cheek. Right here. And then what I do, boop, pop a little bit on that nose. And then I'm gonna go in the corner, in the inner corner of my eyes. Sorry, I keep losing all my brushes. I just throw everything in my makeup bag and then I can never find what I need. Inner corner, and pop that in there. Other inner corner. Then right under that brow, it just highlights it. And boop. Just gives that nice dewy look. Okay, so for my lips, I'm just a natural girl when it comes to lips. I don't love a super bright lip. I wish I did, but I don't. I can't do it. Like I can't do it. I can't do it. Every time I put a crazy color on, I'm like, nope, not happening. Not happening. So I'm going to use a basic matte, sorry, slipped there, lipstick. It's in a liquid lipstick. Overline because I don't care. And then I'm going in with ColourPop. I love a lip oil, and I love ColourPop's lip oils. I have them in every shade. This is the, I don't know, Gen. Of course it is. All right, so here we are. So I'm wearing all black, gold accessories, tan heels. Okay, I'm gonna fix that hair. It's going up in a pony or a bun. All right, there you go. Hope you love it.